folks, welcome to Fyreflye's Follies. I hope you enjoy the video today, and if you do, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And if this is your first time here, I hope that you'll subscribe and stick around a while. Today I am making watermelon jelly. Now I'm going to go one step further than that. I am making sugar-free watermelon jelly. It's only going to have the sugar that is in the watermelon juice. So to bring you up to what I've done, because it was an overnight thing, I pureed watermelon and I set up my jelly bag over a bowl in the refrigerator overnight, and I let it strain out 4 cups of fresh watermelon juice. So I'm going to get that started, and to that we are going to add a half a cup of lemon juice, and because I am making no sugar added jelly today, I am going to be using Pomonas Pectin. Now, Pomonas Pectin, unlike other pectins, Pomonas Pectin does not require sugar in order to gel. Instead, when you purchase it, it comes with a little packet of calcium. And you mix calcium with water into a jar and you give it a shake. And that is what helps the pectin to gel. So I have 4 teaspoons of calcium water, and I'm going to put that in with the juice. And then we are going to bring this up to a boil. And it's going to boil for just a couple of minutes. Now, while that is coming up to a boil, I am using sucralose today, or Splenda, in place of sugar. And I am going to use 3/4 of a cup of sucralose to my 4 cups of watermelon juice. I've stuck a couple of spoons in the freezer. This was not a very sweet watermelon. It's not quite watermelon season yet, so it was gifted to me, so I thought I would go ahead and make some jelly out of it. I will taste it after I put the pectin in and let it boil for a minute. I will taste it, and if it needs more sweetener, I can add a little more sucralose, but I don't want to put too much in to start with. So the way the pectin works, the way Pomonas Pectin works, you combine your powdered pectin with your sweetener of choice, whether you're using sugar or honey or sucralose or xylitol, whatever it is that you're using. You just want to mix those two together really, really well, and then set them to the side until you're ready to put them in. Alright, so that is ready. Set some stuff out of the way here. I have my funnel and my ladle. I am water bath processing today, so I have jars going. I've boiled them for about 10-12 minutes roughly, and I've shut them off or turned them way down, and they're just sitting here simmering in hot water. So once this gets close to being up to a boil, I'll get the jars out. So now I'm just going to let this heat up to a boil, and once it comes up to a full boil, I will come back and we will add the sweetener and the pectin. Okay, we have been at a full rolling boil for 2 minutes. So now I'm going to take my pectin and sucralose mixture. I'm just going to double check one more time to make sure that it's mixed in well. And you have to work pretty quickly. You want to sprinkle this in and whisk. You want to get all the lumps out right away because it starts to gel right away. And we are going to bring this back up to a boil. You want to keep an eye on it. You may have to set it off your heat because it will boil over quickly if you're not careful. And you just want to continue to whisk for 1 full minute. And you may have to set it off the heat more than once. Jelly making is rarely a very clean, spotless process. At least when I'm making jelly, I always end up with drips. Alright, seems like it's going to behave now. I'm going to grab a spoon out of the freezer. Three-quarters cup was perfect. I'm going to slide you back so that you can see what I'm doing now. So I've had my jar simmering in my hot water kettle. And now I am simply going to fill them to a 1/4 inch headspace. And then I am going to return them to the water bath canner. And these are going to process at a full rolling boil for 10 minutes. And then once that 10 minutes is up, I'll take the lid off and let them sit in the canner for another 5 minutes. And that left me with just a little bit left over, but certainly not enough to fill a jar. So I'm going to grab a little bowl, and we'll put what's left into this little bowl. And once it gels up, I'll be able to test it. Alright. That one looks like it needs just a tad more. Okay. Now, this is very important. We are working in watermelon, which we all know is sticky from the days of sitting outside eating watermelon in the sun. You want to take some plain white vinegar and a clean paper towel, and you want to clean your rims. Now be careful, your jars are hot. You want to wipe your rims and make sure that you don't have any of your jelly syrup on those rims, because that will interfere with getting a good seal. Those things are screaming hot. Right, and I've had my lid simmering. So, lid, ring, and we are only going fingertip tight. You don't want to crank these down. You just want fingertip tight. See, plenty of give in them. If you tighten them too tight, your lids can buckle, because the headspace is there for it to push air out as it seals, which is what helps it to preserve. So I'm going to load these into the canner, and I'm going to bring them back up to a boil, and once they're at a full rolling boil, I'll start a timer for 10 minutes, and when that 10 minutes is up, I will shut off the heat and I will let them sit with the lid off for 5 minutes before I take them out. So once they're finished processing, I will bring you back. Okay, so I brought them up to a rolling boil and I'll let them boil for 10 full minutes. And then I'll let them sit for 5 minutes. So now I'm going to take them out and I'm going to sit them on a towel and I'm going to leave them alone. Oh, they're already sealing as I take them out. It's a wonderful sound to a canner. And I'm actually putting them on a tray because I'm going to move them to my dining room. But I will not touch them, I won't shake them, I won't turn them over, I won't do anything with them until tomorrow, about 24 hours. And then once that 24 hours is up, I'll take the rings off and I'll wipe the lids, wipe the jars down, check the seals, label them, and put them in the pantry. See if I can get you a good shot. Simply beautiful. Delicious, sugar-free watermelon jelly. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I hope that you'll subscribe. If you hit the bell, you'll be notified when I upload a new video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.